for you that they have right now. That's what's going on. Trading doesn't get any harder, but living in your own skin as a trader with all of these extra things piled on top of yourself, that's difficult. And it's also not excellence. When you pursue excellence, what does it look like theoretically in the scope of trading? Well, what I teach you to do is I want you to think about things topically. The question always comes up, ICT, can you please just be very specific and tell me what videos or what playlists on your YouTube channel should I watch to get me into the groove of things right now? Like I want the shortest, right to the punchline. Just tell me what it is that will get me started. You're asking me as the author to give you the perfect outline, an agenda, and a curriculum that if you just study everything, pick up a playlist. I don't care. But if I could tell you honestly, what I've done in the last 2 years is such a direct, right to the point that if you can't see value in what it is I teach through the last 2 years of lectures, and there's not even that many of them really, or if you look at that and you think, well, that's too much, can't do it, go do something else. Because you're exhibiting characteristics that is not going to be synonymous with someone that's going to find success in trading. You have to be willing to read. You have to be willing to put time into it. You have to be willing to defer immediate gratification. And you have to love what it is I'm teaching as a lifestyle, not me. You're not worshiping me. You're not loving me. Okay. You're not hailing me king, goat, or anything like that. But you have to love what it is I'm trying to instill in you as a lifestyle. This is what you do in the form of meditation. You study price action. And by doing this, that it's going to leave a lasting impression in your subconscious. So that way, when you watch real-time price action, you will start picking up on, you know what? That driver in front of me is getting ready to change lanes and they're not going to use the signal. That same moment of being able to feel like you're clairvoyant, like you can predict the future. It will feel just like those moments I described in this lecture here. You can't put your finger on how you just knew, but it happens. It's intuition. Well, when you get into this loop of reading price action, it's very empowering. There's no way for me to articulate the measure of power it feels like, because you're literally holding time and space in your hand and you're calling it before it happens. And the first time you recognize you're able to do this, it feels like a Marvel moment. Like somehow you just had the candlesticks radioactive bit you, and now you have the skill set to be able to climb candlesticks with no problem at all. Like you're Spider-Man. You can predict the next run in price higher and lower, where it's going to go, and stop, turn around, and go the other way. It's amazing the feeling you get from it. But in the beginning, it's going to be fleeting. It's going to come in and fall out, and it's going to come in and manifest itself, and then not. If you watched Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man, Sam Raimi's rendition of Spider-Man, his approach was presenting Spider-Man with the ability to create the web in his own body. He didn't have the web cartridges like the comic strip actually had, but he didn't understand what caused that web to come out of his hand. So it was like it would happen, then it wouldn't happen. And it was intermittent. His abilities were intermittent. Sometimes he could do it, sometimes he couldn't. Kind of like when Superman was learning how to fly. It wasn't easy for him in the beginning, but eventually he got there. So here you have examples of two of the most powerful superheroes, and yeah, they're make-believe, but look at the testimony that they're providing for you. These are Marvel and DC giants in the comic book world. Their origin story showed that they didn't walk out and they had it all together in the beginning. So why are you expecting it? Why are you expecting that? Allow that growth. Allow that organic understanding to build into that Marvel-like response of you being able to read price action, because you have to learn that first. And you have to do that well for a period of time before you do what you think right now is finding the entry patterns. Tell me how to find the right fair value gap. I've done that. I've literally encapsulated it inside of 30 minutes or a maximum of 60 minutes. The opening range, or 10 o'clock, or 3 o'clock in the afternoon, or 8 o'clock in the morning, where you get the best of both worlds. You have opening range at 8 o'clock to 8:30 news event with news embargo lifts. First presented fair value gap in that 30-minute period of time right there. Boom. Study that one. He always does this. He always does it. He just crones and crones and crones, on and on and on. And then he drops something like that. That's how I do it. That's how I do it. Because it's not good for you to come in and eat the pudding before your meat. You want your pudding? You got to eat your meat. Behave. Stop thinking like that. So the bottom line is this. By having a topical approach to the studying, each week, like it's a weekend right now, Saturday, 1st of November, 2025. Time goes by quick, doesn't it? Wait till you're in your 50s. It's zooming by. I'll be 54 soon, and I'm freaking out over it. I'm like, wow, there's so many things I want to do. There's so many things I want to do. And I can't do all those things and make videos and be online all the time with all of you. So that's what I'm doing. I'm living. But having a topical approach to studying, on the weekends, you should sit down and say, okay, I'm going to endeavor to study the opening range this coming week. My focus is primarily just on that. I'm going to study how the daily range is formulated around that first 30 minutes. What am I referring to? 9:30 in the morning, Eastern time, to 10 o'clock for NQ, okay? If you are a Forex trader, you're going to do the same thing with US 100, the CFD. The same thing with US 100 is the same thing we do in futures trading. There's no inhibition, no limitation, okay? I can't trade futures. I'm not listening to ICT's recent stuff. All he talks about is NQ. No, I'm talking about price. I'm talking about price at the right time. All you have to do is apply it to the other markets too. It happens. It's happening in euro. It's happening in British pound. Just because I'm not talking about it doesn't mean they're not formulating the same type of strategy there. It's happening all the time. But I'm trying to teach you to be a specialist. Pick one market. I don't want to trade Forex. And because you want me to, some of you think that that makes me less of a teacher because I'm not doing what you want me to do. When I'm trying to teach you as the teacher, this is what I want to do. I want to specialize in this because I told you to specialize in one market. Am I walking the thing I'm teaching? Yes, I'm walking it out. I don't care what gold's doing. I don't care what oil's going to do. I don't care what soybeans are going to do because China's going to start buying them again. I don't care because I'm trying to teach you to limit your focus on one thing and master that one thing and do one thing well. Because if you can do that one thing, and I'll tell you what that one thing is in a moment, you will make everything you need to make to live. And if you do that, you maximize it with heavy lifting through money management, not over leveraging, but with money management. It can do the heavy lifting. And what you can do with a cookie cutter approach of doing one thing well, what is one thing? Silver bullet. Wait for that 10 o'clock first fair value gap and an obvious draw on liquidity that matches the daily range narrative. Is it going to be bullish today? Wonderful. I'm only interested in going long. I want to see something in the first 30 minutes where it's traded down below some measure of sell side liquidity, absorb that, and then left relative equal highs. So right now you have a stage set. Perfect. This is not complicated. Why don't, wait a minute, wait, Michael, wait. Go back. You said you're bullish. How do you arrive at that? Because if you could teach that, I've already done that. Look at your weekly chart. What is it likely reaching for on the weekly chart? Some old high or some old low for the liquidity or the inefficiencies that exist before that old high or old low. That could be your first rung of low-hanging fruit objective. If it gives a yield of 75 handles or 75 pips or more, to do that, not even go to the old high or old low, that's your bias. Every day you look for that. Does that mean every single day is it going to be up close candle? No. But over time, you're going to know that because it isn't a down closed day or it's an indecisive day, you know what's coming next. Bullish day. You have to allow some measure of, well, I guess, inconsistency in the beginning because you're learning, you're fumbling while you're learning how to do this. And that's all normal. It doesn't feel normal. It doesn't feel comfortable. It's not encouraging when it's happening. You need someone to say, hey, look, this isn't going to happen for you anymore after that time or that instance of you falling down. But falling down is part of that process because you learn how to endure. How can you ever possibly learn to come out of drawdown, which is going to happen to all of you? You are all going to experience a series of losing trades. No matter how much you learn from me, no matter how well you get good at doing this, you're going to have a series of losing trades. It's unavoidable. You cannot avoid it. I cannot teach you how to avoid that. But you will encounter it. Now, pray tell, how on earth do you believe you're ever going to come out of any drawdown, ever, unless you have encountered doing it wrong at least once? Without emotion, without having a meltdown, without thinking, oh, this is different. They changed the algorithm. They're moving on ICT. It's the new retail, believing everybody out there that has all these stupid ideas. You ever miss a day of work? Oh, well, I didn't get to go to work yesterday. I got the flu. You were really sick.